To give you all a short overview about what we plan for today. As I just mentioned, so we considered we have a 90-minute session, and the idea is really to share today best practices with you about change management and how to implement change management. Also important to mention about our customers, because the customers are the biggest value which we have as a company, of course. So we're very proud that we serve customers in very different areas, in different industries. And especially, I'm proud that we have a great customer success story with the FEW group. You can find the link to the report on our website. But the question was like, what do you expect from the event? So someone answered new strategies and tools for success to better execute change management through the solution built in Smartsheet, or like adoption is hard with limited resources to get others on board. And even here for the 6 to 24 months goal, someone answered to align global teams to a unified service approach. And so we took all this feedback into account also for prepare to the session. And we are very grateful for this. And I hope that we can really help you with the session today to develop your individual roadmap to drive change in your organization in a simple way. So Bosch, what is your takeaway?
So we were looking at the data, and we have seen that there are basically two main clusters regarding the change and the difficulties around change. So one topic is about convincing management and get the right support behind the change. So the focused alignment, buy-in for the strategy. And the other big topic is about team members, getting people adopt to a new solution. So we talk here about adopting new solutions or changes in any process or organization, and basically the people side of the change. So going forward, our presentation will also focus on these two main avenues, focusing on basically on the people side of the change. And I think everyone who already had challenges with change, that everything depends basically on that, how well you can engage people and get them on the other side of the change. So you can see this little cartoon here on the left-hand side, and that's how we are. So if we ask who wants change, everyone wants change. But if we ask who wants to change, then we are not that enthusiastic already. And the third part, who wants to lead the change, then you can see there is no one showing up. And we have shown here just a few examples of, like typical changes, what everyone might suffer with or deal with in their everyday life. We want to make it in our everyday life some changes. Let's say we want to drink more water and drink water instead of coffee, or how often do we take a different route to work, or we know we should move more so we could park further away from work, or we could add 10 minutes of exercise to our everyday life. But I think if we are honest with ourselves, we all know that to introduce change is a challenge in our own life as well. So we have to understand that making a significant change at work as well is the same challenge.
Earlier this year, Nico shared an, I think, excellent article about drivers of effective change management. So I highly recommend for anyone who's more interested into the topic to read the article. Those are like really very good insights. Here in the matrix, as you can see, you have 4 classifications, and you have the 4 sections separated into low or high influence, mixed with passive, or influence mixed with passive and active engagement. The interesting and I think very important question arises, of course, what drives and what hinders change?
The change management is a huge topic, so we could talk for hours about it, but I think this is a really simple but powerful tool is worthwhile to mention. And so the name of the model is ATKAR, and these 5 letters stands for 5 aspects what we have to be successful, we have to provide to be able to drive through a significant change. So the first step is always awareness of the need for change. So if you want to make a change in any group or organization, how well aware are the people that this change is coming at all? Do they understand why is it happening? Why is it important? what will it mean for them, how will it impact their work, and so on. So that's the first dimension. After that, the D stands for desire. So how motivated are the people to go through with the change? Will this help their work life? Will maybe hinder them, or what will be the change for them in their work life? Are they motivated to do so? And if not, what can we do about it? The third dimension is knowledge. And I think most of the organizations are very comfortable with this one, with changes. Usually everyone thinks about, okay, we need to train people that they have the required knowledge to do the new process or work in the new organization setup and so on. The fourth dimension is about ability. And you might ask yourself, what's the main difference between knowledge and ability? I think one good analogy is about when you learn to drive. So you have the knowledge, where the steering wheel is, where the shift gears are, which pedal does what. But if you remember when you first time sat in the car and you had to drive, then you realize that although you know, you're not able yet. So you have to practice and you have to get the routine to be able to perform. Also in a business environment, this can mean to have the ability that all the tools are available, the people have the routines, and they are able to perform those tasks, what we ask them to do. And the fifth part of the model is the R, which stands for reinforcement. So what are the systems and tools in place which help us to make sure that the change sticks and it's maintained long term? Again, just going back to the everyday life, we are getting close to the end of the year, so there is this habit for many people that we do New Year resolutions, and we say, okay, this time I really make this change. And then let's say that you want to exercise, and then you start to exercise, and then week 1 you are doing great, week 2, week 3, and then usually it takes around 1 month, and then some people start to lose motivation, and then the change doesn't stick. Yeah. So reinforcement is really about that. How can you make sure that the change is maintained long term?
Let us put the knowledge which we have into the tools which we use. And so here I want to discuss very shortly with you the toolbox which we developed here in Smartsheet. So the idea of this starting information hub is that you have first a clear leadership message. And this here is, of course, a sample message. But it's important that to find leadership commitment and the buy-in from the organization, that the leadership message is clearly communicated. And here we have in this overview the possibility. Following, we divided the activity of change management into 5 different pillars, and I will just briefly talk about it. So we have here the identification of the key pain points. We have the setting of the strategic objectives. We need an execution plan and also regular health checks of the organization, and also a team and people engagement plan. So the toolbox provides you with information about all the different sections. For example, the key pain point area has inside different activities which you should do, why they're important, and the description why you need it. Even references we put inside in order to help you to succeed. Also, the target and the expected result is here mentioned. And this basic ideas we developed for all different areas, for key pain points, for strategic objectives, for the health checks. And this should help you to communicate internally, to reflect, but also for you as a guidance. So now let's have a look into the key pain points. And the toolbox, which we prepared, has also a practical use case inside. So you can see on top, we have again the structure of activities, targets, and results. And here we have defined a problem statement. So the problem statement here is categorized into the STAR methodology. STAR is a shortcut for situation, task, actions, and expected results. So this method gives us a very easy support to structure a problem. If we're going to the next part, the strategic objectives, I can click on it. We have here, again, on top, the general framework and the introduction information. And here on the topic, on the bottom, sorry, we go further. We have identified 4 different OKR areas. One is people, cost, customers, and vendors. So in this example, we defined for all of these different sections objectives for the future. So in case of the people, we have improve employee retention and engagement. And then we have here selected some key results which we want to achieve over the next 12, 18, 24 months. And also here we put in some targets in terms of KPIs. So this framework, what we here provide, is totally customizable and exchangeable. All the information what we just see here is on the surface, and the data in the back, of course, are totally customizable. But it should help to set up a framework, and especially coming back to the topic what we had in the beginning, one of the major pain points aligning with leadership. If we have key pain points aligned in the organization and communicated across the leadership team, but also across the organization, and if you are able to identify OKRs for your change project, and you can implement them with a long-term vision with results driven by OKRs, this gives you, either if you're in the middle management position, good opportunity to communicate to your leadership team, or vice versa for the leadership team to communicate to the staff. Because in our toolkit, all the information are accessible, easy, with a fingertip for the entire organization. The next part is about execution part, the execution plan, and also here it's about giving transparency of where you want to go, right? So build your North Star and communicate transparent what is the vision and how you're gonna execute this vision. So within change management, it's a lot about get the buy-in from the people, communicate frequently, communicate often, and Sebastian will dive a bit deeper into it now, I guess. But here in this toolbox, as I just mentioned, we give you all the necessary information, also what we share here in the webinar. It's already baked in to this toolbox. Okay, so far so good. The health checks and people engagement plan, I will not touch now because of time, but the information which you need to develop your individual roadmap. We also developed different solution packages for you in order that you can also understand better what is our service overall.
So furthermore, apart from these 3 packages, of course, we can provide you with coaching and training to support any change initiative. We have this toolkit, which was introduced now today in Smartsheet. And of course, we can help you with change survey, looking at the challenges, what you have, and supporting you to come up with the right strategy and implementation to get over these hurdles. And of course, being a Smartsheet partner, we are also providing additional Smartsheet services for your needs.
We'll find on Eventbrite other events which are similar to this today. So on the one hand side, we will make another deep dive session. Also, we plan to make a short impulse session. And then also we will have sessions about problem solving practices, about Kaizen management, high performance teams, or even mastering AI in Smartsheet. So you can see that we really try to bring all our knowledge to the table and share it with you as an audience. Thank you from my side to Anna and Szabolcs. We prepared partly until last night, very late, this presentation. So we put a lot of efforts inside. So thank you also to the team. And Szabolcs, Anna, something, last words from your side, maybe?
I can just give back this thank you. It was very interesting and I enjoyed being here. And yeah, I just hope that everyone had a good time, learned something new, and yeah, thank you, Nico.
Thank you. Okay, so
And everyone who joined, of course, you're the most important part.
Yes,
And
yes.
yeah, thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, Denise.
Szabolcs, all fine?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Thanks
Good
everyone for participation, and yeah, I hope also it was useful for everyone. And yeah, looking forward, I hope we will meet you again in our next call and next presentation, and maybe also to work together in the future. So contact us if you need our help.
Okay, in this sense, thank you very much. Have a great day. Stay healthy. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Thank you.